jumping into today's show, oh my God, dude, people annoy me. I'll just say it. You know, I'm done trying to be calm, docile, unabrasive, because it's so hard to watch the way that people act and the things that they say and not have a little bit of something to say, especially when you've got somewhere like this to dump it. So, oh my God, the conversation around the Chris's of Hollywood. You guys know what I'm talking about. Christopher Evans, Christopher Pine, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt. I know there are a lot of jokes that go around. There's a conversation that goes around on who's the best Chris and who's the worst Chris, etc. And you know what? That's fine. But what I'm not okay with is the fact that my boy, Chris Pratt, is always getting the short end of the stick. And whenever he says something or posts something online, the silliest crap, people go out and say that Chris Pratt is the worst Chris. They call him problematic. They call him, oh my God, they just get upset about it. And I'm done with it. There's an article on Cinema Blend about Chris Pratt. And basically, people are mad at Chris Pratt for going out on Instagram and telling people to vote for his movie Onward, I believe, in some stupid Emmy Award nomination thing. I think it's Emmys. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Emmys. Maybe. I don't know. I don't watch these awards. It's the People's Choice Award. I'll just read you guys his post, and you tell me if it is just so infuriating, if it's problematic. Okay? You tell me. Quote, "With all that's going on in the world, it is more important than ever that you vote. Just ask any celebrity. They will tell you every day, several times a day, to vote. But me, I will tell you exactly who to vote for. Hashtag onward. The heroes before us did not spill their blood only to have their sacrifices wasted by your apathy. Blah, blah, blah." The post goes on to promote his movie and the voting of that movie, Onward, for the People's Choice Awards. So the joke here is that he's making a play on the fact that celebrities every single day of your life are bashing you over the head, telling you to vote for the upcoming American USA whoop whoop presidential election. That's all there is to it. And you know what? That's okay. He's making fun of the fact that that's all anyone's talking about. He's trying to make you think that he might be telling you to go vote in the presidential election and then knocking it off, just joshing around, making a little joke about how actually the only thing you need to vote for is his movie in the People's Choice Awards. And guess what? That's funny. It's funny, okay? And you know what? If it's not funny, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's fine, because it's fine to joke. And you know what? The upcoming presidential election is important. It is incredibly important. All that stuff, all that good stuff, yada, yada, yada. But it's still okay to make jokes about it. It's okay to poke fun. Why are we so serious? I mean, I just have to take a second to defend Chris Pratt, because I think Chris Pratt is just a good old boy. And you know what? I don't care what he did in high school or whatever you want to say about him. You know, I know he's like a good old boy now. He's all into some religious stuff. More power to him. More power to you if you disagree with him. But guess what? It doesn't matter. Can we just have a moment of sanity here? It doesn't matter. How on earth are you going to utilize this post from Chris Pratt where he's just trying to get some people to vote for his movie for an award? How are you going to use that to talk about how, oh yeah, Chris Pratt is the worst Chris? Like, get a grip, dude. Get a grip. You know who's the worst Chris? I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to tell you who the worst Chris is, okay? It's Chris Evans. Okay, and I have some very well thought out opinions about this. I have thoughts about this. I've been through it. I've written out the pros and the cons. I've got the graphs. I've got the timeline. I've got the sheets taped all over the wall about everything that you need to know about the Chris's, so that you can deduce for yourself who is the best and who is the worst Chris. And all I gotta say is the worst Chris is not Chris Pratt. Okay, I don't know that he's the best Chris. I don't know. He is a very lovable one. He has an important place in the hierarchy of Chris's. But he's not the worst. Because you know who's the worst? Chris Evans. I'm just going to say it. I know I just blurted it out. I was building it up, and then I just spat it out. Chris Evans. Why, you ask? Because he's annoying. He's annoying. Who doesn't find Captain America annoying? I love Captain America. He's still annoying. But I mean, just take one look at Chris Evans's personal life, his Instagram, his Twitter, anything like that. You know what? I agree with him sometimes. I agree with the things he says. Sometimes I don't. It's not about that. He's annoying. You want to know why? Because he just goes onto the internet and farts his opinion into the void and gets mad at people for disagreeing with him. And just for the record, that's nothing like what I'm doing here. I'm not doing that. That's not me at all. Okay. Anyway, whatever. Disregard that. Seriously, though, all jokes aside, it's not a good look for Chris Evans on the regular. And just because a lot of people's biases tend to lend themselves to agreeing with Chris Evans about all the obnoxious, self-righteous bull that he says, doesn't make him a good Chris. Okay? It's not the best Chris. It's not even the best actor Chris. Okay? I think if we were to rank Chris's, you would have to go in tier lists of like what they're good for. You know, I think the best actor Chris is probably Chris Pine. Chris Pine does not get the credit he deserves. And shout outs to Chris Pine for having nothing to do with social media at all. He's not worried about any of this stuff. So, yeah. Chris Pine really takes the cake when it comes to acting and his worth in that realm. You know, I think Chris Pratt is right up there on possibly being the most lovable Chris, because he's just a funny guy. He's a good old boy. You know, you can't really say much more for that. I think he has some good acting ability, but he's not the strongest. He's mostly just comedic, and he's kind of acts in some crappy movies sometimes. Cough, cough. Jurassic World. Did you hear anyone say that? Did you hear it? Did you hear that? No one said that. It was just a figment of my imagination. Jurassic World is not an awful movie that Chris Pratt chose to star in. Anyway, and you know, I'm just going to throw my opinion out there. The Chris that takes the cake to me has got to be Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth is the most lovable Chris. He is a fantastic actor with what I think is some of the most potential in the acting realm, not just as a personality, but as an actor, as a brand as well. He's just one of the most presentable Chris's. He never gets himself into trouble or hot water. He never says anything he's not supposed to, but he also doesn't say things that he's supposed to either. He's just like, you know what? Can you leave me alone? I'm going to look beautiful. I'm going to take off my shirt. I'm going to lift some heavy things and act in some movies that you like. I'm going to be a lovable character. And that's all I want from actors. That's all I want. It's actually not that hard. But yeah, so Chris Hemsworth, best Chris. Okay, can we all agree on that? Best Chris. Worst Chris? Chris Evans. The other two are great guys and they deserve the world. And you know what? All that aside, Chris Evans deserves the world. Either two. I can't talk. Chris Evans deserves the world too. But also, could you stop being less annoying? Stop being so annoying. Less annoying. Stop being. I can't talk today. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I can't talk. This podcast is the Can't Talk podcast. Alex Gordy can't talk. Plaster it on the billboards. Anyway, Not to spend too much time just blabbering about Chris's, but this stuff gets me heated. What can I say?